we're still waiting for the 3 points. We're still waiting. Maybe like we said in the title not so long ago, we are amortizing these points. We're going to get our 3 points. More than you can believe we're going to get our 3 points, but we're going to get them in installments like Nicolas Pepe. We're going to get them point by point by point over 3 matches. That's not what I meant when I said I need 3 points. I meant in one game, Chelsea, in one particular match, please. It's getting mad at this point. I mean, big up your damn selves. Welcome back into the video and into the building. I mean, it's such a jarring result. Such an annoying result because, again, same thing as Fulham. They were there for the taking. They are where they are in the table for a reason. They were there for the taking today. But, you give them an inch and they take a lot. Today, with the team that was put out, I was excited. I was so excited, guys. We finally saw players like Mount and Gallagher taken out of the team. We played the 4-2-3-1 and we played a real creator in the 10. Real creativity in that 10 position, in João Felix. And we got the rewards for that. Because he was brilliant. He was everywhere today. Same as Enzo Fernandez. We saw him unleashed a little bit more. He wasn't so restricted in his position. He had a little more of a go and take between him and Loftus-Cheek. We saw the difference it made. So that 11 that was put out, I was really happy with. Yeah, there's a couple players in there that there's question marks over. You could say, Cucurella. You could look at Kai. You could look at... But there's always going to be a couple of faces in there that you're not sure about. But the majority of it, the most of it was good to see. It's great to see, very refreshing. And it was a refreshing first half. It was a really, really good first half, people. It was great. But we didn't capitalise. We played very good football. João Felix was taking the ball in the tough positions where you need to and progressing the play, making the big decisions, making the opportunities and creating the chances. Taking the ball in between the lines and finding runners, finding forward passes. Enzo, again, 3 out of 3 long balls I think it was in the first half. Again, very good, very proactive, very progressive. Loftus-Cheek next to him was very good as well. Great performances really in there in the first half. Loftus-Cheek was very daring on the ball. There was a couple of moments where he carried it really nicely. A lovely turn, half turn from him as well. In an area where he didn't have to do that. He could have been safe. He could have been very secure. But he decided to take that risk, take that gamble and try and spin his man. He carried the ball a few times. And the only thing with him is that just after those carries, some of the passes, unfortunately, one pass was a bit delayed, lost possession. And then another one, unfortunately, which was really early on in the half where he could have took an extra touch, just maybe passed it a bit earlier. Maybe we could have got to Kai. But overall, just really good from Loftus-Cheek. Good cameo. Good to come back into the team. Good. Much more balanced with him and Enzo in the double. And then with Felix in the 10. It was just working. It was really working well. Mudryk wasn't seeing much of it. Madueke, on the other hand, was seeing plenty. And he was looking good as well. Cutting inside, got a few shots off. Taking people on 1v1, being bold in his play. And Kai Havertz was thriving because of that as well, because he had a few opportunities in terms of a couple little near misses offside, but he was involved, he was working hard, getting back, making himself a presence, trying to hold up the ball, etc. So it was only really that left-hand side. Reece, he's still coming back into fitness. We know what it is with Reece. The 2 centre-backs, great. But the left-hand side, we're going to get to the goals, but the left-hand side again. Cucurella. You're the only person I'm looking at in the first half in particular, thinking, are you aware of what's around you before you receive the ball? Because when you get the ball, you're then thinking and looking up and it's too late. You need to be knowing your pass ahead of schedule, my brother, my dear. You're not cooking. Cucurella is not cooking. Cucurella isn't in the kitchen. Is it too hot? Is it the hair? Is your peripheral vision blinded? Do you need a headband? Do we need to chop some of that off? Somebody's going to have to make some sacrifices because in this position, we're very overloaded. We've got you and Chilwell, but we also have a certain Ian Maatson at Burnley who's tearing it up at the moment. We're very left heavy. Somebody is going to have to get sacrificed. Something is going to have to get sacrificed. If you've got to snip your hair, if you've got to tie that up, my brother, I'm looking at all solutions for you because you're not playing very well. And Mudryk on the left wing, yes, he had no dribbles completed today. Yes, he had no key passes. Yes, he had no crosses. People are going to look at Mudryk in isolation when they don't watch the game and they're going to, wow, no, Mudryk, what was he doing today? Where was he? Again, second game ghosted. It's not about Mudryk ghosting. Believe me, This player is trying to get on the ball. I've seen it. This player is trying to come centrally if he has to get the ball because there's nothing on the left-hand side. This guy is looking to make reverse passes. I think he made a really good reverse pass that almost led to a chance. I think it was offside in the end. Mudryk, I have no problem right now with Mudryk. My problem is the player behind Mudryk is not giving him anything to work off. You're not doing anything. You're not giving him... So if tactically Cucurella has been told not to overlap and underlap because on transition we don't have a natural DM, so we're trying to manage the transitions. We're trying to not commit everybody forward, right? There's no Casemiro. Cool. But you are not progressing the play to Mudryk quick enough. You're taking too many touches and then you're passing it sideways, backwards. You need to progress the play. And that was evidently clear, the difference when Chilwell came on. First couple of moments, he's already fashioned out an opportunity. He's bursting down the left-hand side. He's underlapping. So I don't know if this is an instruction or not, if Cucurella is not going to underlap. I think he underlapped one time in that game. One time. He put in one ball, I think. And I was like, okay, that was a nice bit of play from Cucurella. But apart from that, didn't give us nothing over there. And the goal comes from that side, which we're going to get to in a minute. The goal we conceded. But the goal we scored, really good play. Enzo, my brother, great cross. Felix, wonderful finish, good, 1-0. And obviously, after we've been racking up the clean sheets, I'm hoping on a prayer that we're going to keep a clean sheet today. But we didn't fully take advantage of that first half. We could have easily been more goals up. We should have really been winning at halftime. Second half, wow. I mean, just polar opposite to the first half, to be honest. It felt jaded. It felt laggy. It felt tiring. It felt tiresome. It didn't have the same zip. It didn't have the same energy. It didn't have the same intensity. Now, Potter said in his post-match he's working players up to speed in terms of the minutes. Obviously, Mudryk, as much as people want to get onto him, he's not played since November, so he's only now starting to get a couple of games and he's off the bench against Liverpool and 2 starts. I'm expecting, you know, again, the left back, I need some support. But, Potter, you make a lot of money, my brother. You're on 12, how much money is this brother on? 12 million a year? 60 million over 5 years? You've got to be able to change the game with your tactics. You've got to be able to put an imprint. You've got to be able to make the right substitutions. The game was fizzling out. West Ham are getting back into it. They've got their goal via a ball in from the left, from our left-hand side. No one's closed that player down. Cucurella, some people are looking at, you got to close down. I don't know if he's trying to mark a space because he doesn't want the half space to get taken advantage of. If he comes out, then maybe there's a reverse ball. I don't know. But Madueke as well, I feel like he should have tracked his runner. He didn't track his runner. He showed his youth there. People are blaming it on Reece James. I personally feel like Madueke should be tracking Emerson. He's a wing back. You're a winger. You got to track the wing back. But anyway, that's what it is. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that goal conceded. It was a shit goal to concede. Flick on rubbish. Crap. But the second half, you've got 45 minutes to rectify. So there's no excuse. We're going to get to the referees in a minute. Super League, as Lippy would say. My brothers and sisters, how on earth in the second half are we so devoid of any attacking impetus? Barely any shots on target, if any. I can't remember Fabianski having to make a serious save. So we're fizzling out the game here, and here come the substitutions. Here comes Potterball. Where are the changes? Where is the influence? Every single change he made pretty much zero effect. Made literally no impact on the match. No impact on the match. You take off, you make 3 substitutions at once. You take off Cucurella, fantastic. Chilwell comes on, immediately makes his impact. Like I said, his underlapping run, cutbacks, etc. We're cooking now. We're getting something on that left-hand side. We're getting some balance going forward. But why could we not leave Mudryk on for 5 more minutes, even 10 more minutes with Chilwell? I wanted to see how that partnership would develop. Because as much as everyone's going to go, rivals are going to go and cook Mudryk, right? Mudryk. But if Mudryk had been playing with Chilwell for 10 minutes, I think we could have made something happen there. It was not about Mudryk for me. It was about the left back. When Chilwell come on, we saw something. But we took him off. And then I think Felix had to go to the left. I'm not sure. Mount, I saw him popping up on the right. But Ziyech has come on for Madueke. Ziyech again. 3 crosses, 3 long balls, 1. Like, very predictable, doesn't have the pace again, so it's like, you know what you're going to get with Ziyech. You're going to get more cross and Salah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody now is crossing the ball. Everybody now is Reece James, Ziyech, just cross. We're not having the same fluidity, the same flamboyant football that we had in the first half. Now we're just very predictable again, we're very boring. And again, 10 minutes to go, I'm getting them feelings, them vibes that we're not going to score. And I can feel it in my red blood cells. I can feel it right within my core, right within my system. In my veins, I can feel it. So I know we're not gonna score. So we become extremely predictable and we're crossing. But here's the funny thing. If you're going to start crossing the ball, why did we not bring on our only striker on the bench? If we're going to start crossing the ball, why have we not got enough numbers in there to win headers? Why have we only got Kai? Where is Fofana? Bring Fofana on. If you're going to go down just lump it, slump it, my Donnies don't eat crumpets. If you're going to go down that route, shout out General, I believe, they were saying, correcting me, then can we get another striker on that pitch? And again, I keep saying it, Mason Mount comes on, he had a few moments here and there. I think he had a few opportunities where he could have cut it back for a few players, good couple off the ball runs. I think one of the good off the ball runs was from the right hand side. Gallagher, when he come on, didn't really do much. He didn't really do anything. He didn't really give me nothing. In that double pivot again, I don't know if it's for you just trust him defensively more because he's more experienced than Carney. I don't know if Carney can play in a double. But Carney off the bench, if we're not winning a game, I would rather see Carney come on instead of Gallagher if we're not winning a match, because I think Carney's going to give much more in terms of trying to unlock that door. Gallagher is not going to give me anything. He was only on for 10 minutes. I'm not going to get into him too much, but I just feel like these substitutions were very, very pointless. Some of them were made too early. Some of them were made too late. You could probably say that Cucurella maybe could come off at half time for Chilwell, but they might be building up Chilwell's minutes. But the rest of the substitutions didn't really make enough of an impact. And you've got another striker on that bench there who almost scored in the last game. We need a goal. Why can't he get on? For me, guys, it's not good enough, man. We should be winning this game. This is the worst West Ham team I've seen in ages. It's a W settings only. Potter, the game started off well for you. The football was good. But you have to take responsibility for these substitutions and you need to start making an impact on these games. You are paid to make an impact on these games. You need to have a plan. I feel like right now we're just throwing people on. What is the actual plan when these players are coming on? Are we going to go direct? If we are going to go direct, then where are the numbers in the box? If we're not going to go direct, then certain players shouldn't be on that pitch coming on. It should be others, like Carney, like I said. It depends what your plan is. If your plan is to put it in the box, I get Gallagher, because Gallagher's got a good cross on him, right foot. But then get another striker in on that box. When the substitutions came on, I barely saw João Felix again. I never saw him again. He was our most influential player in this game. Soon as the substitutions come on, I barely see him. So we need to have a better plan for when we're not winning matches. We need to start turning draws into wins. It's not good enough to say we played well in the first half, but then you're not picking up the win at the end. We need points. It's not good enough. We go to Dortmund. You have to put responsibility on Potter on this one as well. But listen, we have to also put responsibility on this referee. My God. My God. The standard of refereeing in this league is disgusting. Disgraceful. There's even rival fans who are not bantering anymore. And they're looking at this damn referee and this lack of VAR. What is the point of having VAR if you're not going to check that decision? Soucek has dived to his left and saved the ball from Gallagher's shot. That's his moment that he's had, right? I think he's going wide. He's had his shot. He saved it. Soucek has been a goalkeeper today. He saved the shot. It is a penalty. Under no circumstances is it not a penalty. Under every single rule book, under every single shade of light from the heavens, from the skies, under the bright lights of Olympic Park, or in the afternoon from the sun, I don't care what light is shining on that pitch, it is a penalty. And the fact that we didn't get a penalty is a disgrace. And this is why Super League, brother, at this point I'm gonna have to hop on the bandwagon, because this Premier League, you're not serious. You're not serious. You man are taking the piss if you're not giving a penalty. And the fact that you didn't even VAR check it shows massive inconsistency. What's the point of having it? Every single player crowded that referee screaming, saying, listen, you need to check that. It's a penalty. Soucek has fucking saved it. He saved the ball. He's dived to his left. His hands come out. He saved it. It's a penalty. What are we doing here? We should have won that game 2-1. In despite of our performance in the second half not being the best, first half we deserved to be ahead. We played well over the course of the game, second half not so good. But we should have taken the 2-1 there. I'm not going to say that, it's not on us. I've given our share blame. I've given our speech on what we should have done better. But my God, where the hell is that penalty? Where is it? It's a disgrace. It's as simple as that, people. It's a disgrace that penalty was not given. West Ham fans will say it's balanced out because what happened at the bridge. I can't quite remember. My memory's loose. Fuming. I wanted to win, man. We moved to Dortmund, people. We moved to Dortmund. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of these damn draws. It's just, oh, it's ridiculous now. Guys, let me know what you think in the damn comments. Big up your damn selves. In a bit, people. Peace. Can't be asked.